Buongiorno YouTube, it's Trevor here, summit or nothing. I am back on Dartmoor. I'm back, actually, back from the edge. I am here on Dartmoor. I'm heading down Culver Steps. Got Bellstone and that in the distance over there. And I'm going to do a camp, but a camp with a difference. I wonder what that's all about. If you've read the title of the video, you probably know, but let's see. Okay, so we're walking up the side of the East Oakman River. So we've come over the other side this time. I've parked at the top of Culver Steps, just past Row Tor, but I thought this time I'll come over this side of the Oakman. Usually I'm over the West Oakman side. But we're heading up here now. This is Winter Tor up ahead. I was on a track, but it looks like it's growing over now with ferns. Watch out for ticks in here. Ferns. God, the sweat is dripping off me. It's hot today. Hot. That and I'm out of shape. Steady now, cow. It's a Winter Tor. Not really sure where I'm going. I've just got up here with a couple of hours to kill before sunset. Thought I'd just have a walk. Anyway, it's Winter Tor, look. Just a booty, isn't it? Cow on top. I'll go kick him off. Here we are. We're up now. Look at that. Hazy today, isn't it? So in case you're wondering what I'm camping in, you shouldn't be, but I'll put you out your misery. Fancy the Tarp camp, been nice weather. I thought I hadn't done a Tarp camp this year, but then I thought, hang on a minute. I always say that you could probably use the Cloud Up and other nature hike tents, to be honest, as tarps by putting up the frame on the ground sheet and then the outer skin over that. Sort of the method I use when it's raining to put the normal tent up, but have done with the inner skin, so just have the fly. So I've done that today. Dug out my old Naturehike Cloud Up and I took the inner skin out. Now that weighed in with everything is 175 or 1.75 kilos. And today I weighed it with just the bag, without the inner skin, and it comes in at 1.26 kilos. So you're saving about 500 grams, which is good. But is it going to be practical? Will it work like a tarp? That's what we're going to find out. Now I also have a new bit of gear, which is the Flames Creed down quilt, which I've got courtesy of Outdoor Gear Essentials, Colin over there. So I've put a link up below. Colin gets in a lot of the free FUL gear stuff and nature hike stuff. Decent, cheap, good equipment, but he gets it in batches, so he doesn't always have everything in stock, but he's constantly getting new stuff in, so it's worth having a check out of his website, his Facebook page. I'll post a link below. So thank you, Colin, for sending me that. Looking forward to using it. Probably the wrong night to use it. I don't know if it works so well as a quilt when you're in a bivvy bag, but I think I will need the bivvy bag. I was thinking I might just be out in the quilt, but a lot of moisture in the air. It could be a bit of a dewy old night, you know what I mean? Anyway, Winter Tor. There's my mate there. Bellstone and Oke Tor up there. I don't know whether to go out to Oke Tor. I haven't been there for a while, so it is one of my favourites. Let's go there and have a brew. Since that sun has gone in behind that cloud, it's got quite chilly. I have a jumper and I have a down jacket, a thin one, but I have shorts and no trousers, so hopefully it's not too cold tonight. In my tarp set up. Here we are now, Oke Tor. Find somewhere to pitch in here, perhaps. A little bit uneven. I've camped along here before at Christmas, tucked in these rocks somewhere. So I don't quite know where that is at the moment. I can't see it. Oh, it could be that area there. That looks quite level. And in here, yeah, I could easily pitch up here somewhere. Anywhere along here, lovely. Can hardly see anything through that haze. What a beauty tour. Hello. I've reassembled. Right, I'm up on Oke Tor still, but I found another spot up here, up at the top. Right in out the wind. Nice area there, pitch my tent, stroke tarp. And yeah, it's gone chillier. But I've got hot coffee, so that's all right. So yeah, in a minute I'll pitch up my tent over here. Got my gubbins everywhere. Got a nice view across there. Look at that. Stunning, isn't it? That's what I'm waking up to in the morning. Sort of in a little bit in amongst the rocks in here. So I won't be able to look at my tent at the views, but be alright, won't it? I'm happy. Bibbidi bap bap. There's an ominous cloud coming in over there. Looking quite dark, isn't it? Well, we're losing light rapidly here. So, anyway, pitching the tent. So it's here. Here it is. My very first Cloud Up. My very first Naturehike tent. So it's only right, it's only fitting that it becomes my very first Naturehike tarp experiment. Right, we've got the ground sheet, we've got the pegs. So there we go, ground sheet's down, poles next. Someone commented the other day on one of my videos saying that the Naturehike tents aren't no good for our climate because you have to put the inner skin up first, but you don't. I've done it before myself, many at a time. Put the ground sheet down, then you put the frame together and just clip in to the ground sheet. It's freestanding, isn't it? So there we go, frame's up. Now, for the fly sheet. The fly sheet just clips into the ground sheet. Hang it over the frame, clip them in here. Four corners, got little clips. There you go. So there you go, first stage of the tarp shelter. Now I've got more pegs, got guy lines. Let's peg that out, make it look a bit more presentable. Bring it a little bit lower to the ground. It's alright, you want some airflow. Now, hopefully there's enough pegs in here. I've probably borrowed from it. I'm still here. 2 pegs left for the sides. Perfect. Don't know what I've done with these skylines. Not ideal. But there you go. There's me Cloud Up as a tarp. Shall I have a look around? What do you think? Oh look, I tried shit in there already. Nice. There we go. It's not bad, is it? Tarp shelter. Naturehike tarp tent. Now I can't actually see why that's not going to work. I think that's looking alright. Can't believe I tried shit in it, but there you go. It's all holding pretty tight. Might be a bit breezy underneath. Got the window here, we can open up for a bit of airflow. Ventilation, that's the word I'm looking for. Ventilation, that's what you need. Here we go, look at this, isn't it gorgeous? Sun's out again. Tonight's tea, look, beef stew. From the 10th of the 1st, so from back in January, so it's about 9 months old. Hopefully it'll be alright. It's beef, isn't it? It's fine, and it's been frozen. It's not just been sat in a cupboard or nothing. Yeah. So anyway, let's get my gear out. Right, I put my tea there. I've got my food. All my cooking stuff's out there. What have I got in my bag today? Again, I've bought my Light Tor sleeping pad. So far, this has been really good. It's got an equivalent sort of R value to the Thermarest Neo Air. I think it's a little bit cheaper and it's bigger. When I bought the Thermarest Neo Air, I cheaped out and bought the medium, which is never big enough. But look at that, that's huge, isn't it? Takes up the whole place. In a minute I'll get that one pumped up. And then shoved in the bag, I haven't bothered putting it in its sack, is the Flames Creed sleeping quilt. So it's got little hooks on here, so I can hook it together to sort of make it into a sleeping bag. See if that works, see if I can fit it then into my bivvy bag. Keep the dew off me, hopefully. And any rain that we might have, I don't think there's rain forecast, but you never know, you never can tell. And there's one tassel missing, it's not flying away. Oh, I've done this wrong. They're on the wrong ones. Right, start again, Trev. Interesting content, isn't it? So there's a zip area at one end. So is that the hood up this end? I don't know if we need all of these hooks in for now. I won't get in the bloody thing, will I? I'm trying to get in through a neck space or something. But I'm just lining them all up, hooking them down, talking shit. And now we're down to the zippy bit. So what is that? Is that the hood? I don't know, there is a zip. Let's see. See what this does. So, Flames Creed quilt, green, 90% white duck down. Fill weight 385 grams. It doesn't say on here, I can't see anyway, what temperatures you can use it to, but bloody hell, we're in the middle of a heat wave. I shouldn't think it's going to be cold tonight. Zips up that little piece. So is that where you put your feet? You can tighten that up so there's like a knot at the end. You can get your feet in it. It's got to be in it. And then this is where you get in your head. And then I've got my Rab Survival Zone Light bivvy bag. And hopefully at the foot end of this, shove it all the way down, grab it in the bottom, pull it up. Bob's your uncle, funny's your aunt. Bed's made, ready for the night. Well, except I've got to pump it up with that noisy little pump. That's about it, Ken. Stop it, stop it. Make sure the valve is pushed in fully, because last time I didn't and I thought I had a leak. But it was just me making a mistake. Sorry everyone. Anyway, here we go. My bed's made. My tarp. Coming in murky now, look. Look at that. Can't see buckle, yeah. Oh, getting a good shot walking backwards, almost wiped out. It's got quite eerie actually. Got my stew, just cooking. It's nippy, I'll tell you that. Feeling the chill. Can't wait to get in my sleeping bag, so I'll have some hot food. Thought a nice stew. The mist sort of cleared a bit now, lifted again. See what sort of night we have. The wind's picking up, getting quite drafty in under here, so can't wait to be curled up. Well, I hope this don't take too long. I'm being mauled by like daddy longlegs. Are they mayflies? Horrible things anyway. Half of them are copulating, they're like stuck to each other and just flicking around. Keep going over to the stoves, the silly fuckers. In the sleeping bag now, though, something toasty. And it's working well. The flame's creed in here with them clips. It's perfect. Oh, another 2 minutes boiling and I can shut this tent down. Because I tell you what, these, they're everywhere. It's hideous. Around the stove there's like a circle of dead mayflies that just keep flying into the flames and then crawling and dying in front of me. It's quite disturbing actually. I don't like watching it. It's putting me right off my dinner already actually. Get out of it. I want to enjoy my food in peace. I'll put the red light on because insects aren't as drawn to it. Here it is. Done. I got some. Excuse me, I'm a slurpy eater. Oh. It's good though. Well, what have I noticed? The tent, the inside of the inner sheet is quite covered in condensation. So that little back window is, I don't know if you can see it, that little back window is not man enough for this job, even with the gap underneath. But the gap underneath is ample to allow all these fucking insects in. I'll tell you, it's horrible. They're just flittering about. I've had my bivvy bag up over my head trying to seal myself in, but one got in there with me and oh god. But it's dark now, so I think I'm going to try and settle for the night, get some kip, see how this goes. It gets flappy in here when it gets windy. Whether the inner skin, when you're in it as well, is extra weight on the poles and holds it a bit more rigid. So I think someone mentioned that in a comment before. They could be quite right, but yeah, it does seem to flap a bit. So anyway, don't know if you can hear that. Dog's barking. But it seemed a distance earlier, and now it seems closer. It's like it's coming out this way. I don't know if it's one dog or two either. Whenever they start barking, the wind picks up and the tent's flapping like mad. It's about 12:30. I'm a bit on edge. Not having a good night. Fucking insect things. I feel a bit open in here. Wouldn't take much for a dog to jump in under the side.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Can you hear it? This tent stopped fucking flapping for a minute. Sometimes I don't know if it's travelling on the wind, but it's definitely in the last 5 minutes got louder again. It's freaking me out. Don't know whether to get out. Let's see if I can see. Might just be some farm dog bothering cattle or something. I've had my head out the door. It still sounds like it's far away. It could be just someone camping up on Bellstone, thought they'd take their dog, and beginning to wish they hadn't. You know, some dogs don't settle, do they? It's probably just that. Right, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I need to get some fucking sleep. I've got a busy day tomorrow. If I can get to sleep. River Ditch. Morning. Oh, I did get to sleep eventually. It was a sort of choppy night sleep till about 3, half 3. And dogs didn't seem to arrive. Oh, that's weird though. Kept thinking I heard them, kept thinking I heard voices with them. So it was done its job, I think, but it didn't keep any insects out of it. Wrong time of year for tarping. But then I've been out in the summer before, I've been fine sometimes. Sometimes not. Oh, it is raining. I could test this tarp in the rain. Got a bit close to the edge. Flames Creed, warm. I was never cold in the night. But this wasn't meant to rain. I ain't got any fucking waterproofs. Brilliant. Oh, it's because of the dragonfly things. I was sort of tucking myself in. And it wasn't really breathing in here. I was a bit clammy inside. Oh, look at that now. Bloody raining. Ugh. Yeah, it's still in here. It's it dripping around the edges. Is it going to come in here though? So far so good. I must check the weather though, because I've got a good couple miles to walk in the rain with no raincoat. Oh dear. Right, I'll have a coffee. Coffee chocolate, and then pack up, I think. I'm out. Yeah, I think when it's raining, it's just we're in the cloud, isn't we? By the looks of it. Murky old morning. Steeperton up in the background there. Oh. Well, I was glad when the morning come, to be honest. A horrible night. So I brought out the Naturehike stove again last night. Sort of gives me loads of room to boil me bags. It's not a euphemism. Oh, bastard. God, stuck on me. They're still everywhere. Grim, innit? Right, ready to pack up. I had in the doorway with all my rubbish the pouch that I ate my food out of, but it's gone. I don't know if something smelt it, come and stole it in the night perhaps, but I've had a scout around. I think I had a visitor. Look at that. Hang on, I think I might have found it down here. Yeah, there it is, look. Something has been nibbling at it. Oh well, all's well. Stuff that in me rubbish. Yeah, so something out of the way with that. What do you think that might have been, a fox? Et voila! That's it. That's it. We're done. Dusted, all packed up. Didn't take long. Now to walk back, hopefully in the dry. There you go. Hopefully enjoyed that. I did. A bit. I've had better night's sleep, I must admit. Ponies! This has been Dartmoor. This has been Summit or Nothing. Wild camping on Dartmoor. See you all again directly. Chase.